Hey everybody, Derick Van Ness here, your advocate for living your biggest life. And I want to talk to you about something pretty serious today because a lot of stuff's going on out there in the world, right? And the first thing I want you to think about is this. In order to get different results than the herd, you need to think and act differently than the herd. So what do I mean? I mean, everybody out there's thinking one way. They're worried about doom and gloom. They're worried about what's sweeping the globe illness-wise. They're worried about all these different problems with the economy. But here's the thing, the successful people, the wealthy people are not thinking that way. And they're not just thinking a little bit different, they're thinking completely the opposite. And here's what I mean. I was on a call this morning talking to somebody and they went out this week and they bought 5 real estate investment properties. So just think about that for just a minute. Almost everybody I know is reeling it in, they're trying not to get extended, they don't want to buy things. People aren't moving. People aren't selling houses. But this gal went out and she bought 5 houses last week. Got excellent deals on all of them. You know why? While everybody else is conserving and holding still, she's out there shaking, moving, making it happen, right? She's going in the complete opposite direction. I saw this in 2008 and 9. I see it happening now already. And I'm not saying what we're in right now is 2008 and 9, but the market's dropped that much. The economy's definitely going to be hurt. So we're definitely in a weird spot. And when everybody's looking left, if you can look right, chances are you're going to see opportunities that most of them are missing. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how to do that. So while everybody else is out there, they're watching Netflix, they're kicking back, they're drinking too much wine or eating too much rich food or learning how to play the guitar or whatever, those are all fine, right? But if you want to do the exact opposite, you need to think about that differently. And like I said, the word I like is counterintuitive thinking. That's where the magic lies. Not in thinking about what seems to make sense in the situation, but flipping that and saying, where is the unique opportunity in this situation, right? Because every situation is different. People think that every market crash, every up, every down, every relationship, every business is going to be the same, and they're not. Yeah, conceptually there's some similarities, but the reality is each one of those is specific and different, right? So we want to look, where is the unique opportunity in what's going on today? And that's going to require you to put your thinking cap on a little bit. You see, while most people are dragging their feet right now, I'm putting on my running shoes. While they're shrinking and pulling everything out and chalking 2020 up as, oh, that year, that's just a throwaway year. We just had to get through it. I'm looking at how can I expand? I'm hiring people. I'm bringing on resources so that we can reach more people like you who need help right now. People who are looking for answers in a world that doesn't make a lot of sense. You'll hear me say this a lot, but where there's chaos, there's opportunity. And here's the reality of it. Most people don't get this. Right now, the playing field is as level as it's ever been. And here's why. Because usually when things go bad, it's something that we've seen before, right? Big companies and financial people, they understand the ups and downs of the market. Heck, they're creating half of it, right? But they've never seen anything like what's going on right now with this pandemic. They've never seen everything shut down. Like we've never had just businesses shut down overnight for no reason unless the economy was crashing, right? Well, we have something outside of the economy. In finance, they call it the black swan, right? It's like something you can't anticipate. It's an asteroid hits or a virus takes over the world or aliens invade or something, but it's not something that you can really plan for with like market strategy or any of that kind of stuff. So right now, they're like you. The big boys have no idea. There's no algorithm. There's no historical precedent. They don't know what's going to happen. They can guess, but so can you. So this is your biggest chance, possibly the biggest chance of your lifetime. Now I said that, but I really mean it. Right now, the playing field is wide open. Businesses are going to be changing how they do business, and nobody knows how. New innovation is going to happen, the way people think and live their lives. Before this is over, mark my words, they will live differently. A bunch of businesses are probably going to realize they don't need office space because everybody works from home and does better without the commute, without the grumbles, and they don't have to pay for all that office space. So pretty soon, there might be a glut of office space out there. There might be a big opportunity there. Who knows? Streaming services and all the different kinds of things that people use for entertainment, those are now turning even more than they already were to a business sense. People are figuring, how do I take a brick and mortar business and take it online, right? How do I take what I know and turn it into something that I can do from home, because I'm stuck at home right now in quarantine, right? So these are the kinds of things that are going to shift the way the world looks at things and lives. And if you're smart, if you can be on the front end of that, if you can pay attention, and here's the key, if you can figure out what their problems are and you can use your expertise to find solutions, the world is your oyster. Because I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are going to get wealthy from what's going on in the market right now. All kinds of new needs, all kinds of new problems have come up, and the people who solve those are going to go home with big fat checks in their pocket. And I want you to be one of those people. Now, I say all this because I'm thinking back on 2008, 2009. I had a bunch of friends, they were in the mortgage business, you know, and used to smoke a lot of cigars and drink a lot of whiskey and whatever, right? They were those kind of good old boys. And when 2008 and 9 came around and the mortgage business just went poof and disappeared, those guys were out of business overnight, right? And they just kept saying, oh, I can't wait for the mortgage business to come back. I can't wait for the good old days. I can't wait for it to be like it used to be. Here's news. Don't be like those guys, because the mortgage industry was never the same as it was back then. It's not coming back. The way the world is moving right now, and this isn't a bad thing, this is actually a good thing. We're transitioning to a much better, more efficient, more user-friendly world, but there's going to be some turbulence in the middle of it, right? And the cool thing is we're being forced to do it quickly. It's like tearing the BandAid off, rather than this taking a decade for technology and businesses to slowly have to adjust. Businesses have to move fast right now. That's your opportunity. You're also probably sitting at home right now, and that's why you're watching this video, because you don't have that much to do, or you don't have an hour commute each way, so you got an extra 2 hours a day. How you use that can literally change the trajectory of your life if you let it. You're sitting in an opportunity where you have time. You may even have more money if you're working from home. If you don't, you've got way more time because you're not working. And you can figure out, you can ask yourself, what did I want at the beginning of this year? Before I knew all this was going to happen, in my brain, if I would have said, hey, you've got 90 days where you don't have to work, or you're going to be working from home and you're going to have a ton of extra time. What do you want to do with that time? How many of us would have said, I just want to sit on my couch? Probably almost none of us, but a ton of people are doing it. Don't be those people. This is your chance to take advantage of, it's like halftime in a football game or a basketball game, right? The team that goes into halftime and makes adjustments, they're able to say, wait, we came into this with a plan, some things haven't gone to plan, now what are we going to do in order to be better, right? The people who can have that plan and adjust win the game. So this is your halftime. This is your chance to make adjustments in the middle of your life. Almost nobody, maybe nobody ever, has had this opportunity on a mass scale. So this is your chance to rethink, what do I actually want? Am I aligning my actions with it? And am I willing to go for it? This is your chance to bet on yourself. And if there's ever been a chance, because it's kind of forced on you, this is it. There's no excuse because you can't even go into work. A lot of people can't work at all. So this is your chance. Bet on yourself. Go for it. You have to take the risk one way or another because you're not doing anything else. So this is your opportunity to do that. I would love to help lead you in that, but I need you to start thinking about what am I uniquely designed to solve? What problems in the world, right? What do I know about? What do I care about? What do I control? What do I love? What can I contribute to the world? If you can figure these things out and do the things that other people aren't willing to do, I guarantee you can set yourself up for the rest of your life. The next 2 or 3 years is going to be pivotal, right? We're going to take this bump because of everything shutting down. I don't know how long it's going to take to get back to business. I think it's going to be at least a couple of months before we're really back to business at all, and probably 6 months before we're fully back up and running, maybe even longer. So you got a long time to really think through this and sink your teeth into it. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in 3 weeks everything blows over, but the way things are going right now, we're headed in the wrong direction, right? So you can choose to ride that train down, or you can choose to go exactly the opposite of the herd and you can go up. So stop listening to the mass media. Don't let them get in your head and dictate how you're going to think, okay? I'm not some conspiracy theorist, but I do know that fear is what sells. That's what keeps people glued to the TV, so guess what they broadcast? All the bad news. Cut that stuff out. You can be aware of that, but you need to think for yourself. This is your chance to take control of your own life and move it forward. In 2008, when the market crashed, I don't know if you know, but there was one of the largest transfers of wealth in history that happened. Now, a lot of people were really worried about what's going on in my life, and they weren't looking at the big picture. But while everybody else was losing their houses to foreclosure, the big guys in Wall Street were swooping those up, or individuals who knew what was going on. I personally have a friend who was buying 2 to 3 houses at auction, houses that were worth $300,000 at the peak. He was buying them for $50,000 or $60,000, renting them out for $1,200 to $1,500 a month, and he was buying 2 to 3 of those a month. Now that the market had come back, those houses were worth more than $300,000. He bought 30 or 40 of them over the course of a couple of years. This guy went from basically zero to like 10 million plus 30 grand a month cash flow. I don't know the exact numbers, just ballparking it there. But imagine that you could do that. There are going to be opportunities, maybe in real estate, maybe somewhere else, but there are going to be huge opportunities. I'm sure there'll be a ton of stuff in technology, in the way that people communicate, in the way that people exercise and eat and shop and all that kind of stuff, because we're all having to change that right now. So look at those opportunities and see what makes sense for you. The market's going to do its thing. This thing that's sweeping the world's going to do its thing. The economy's going to do its thing, but you have a choice. Do you want to follow that and just go with wherever it takes you? Or do you want to chart your own course? Do you want to, like I said in one of my previous videos, get out your surfboard and ride that wave wherever you want to go, not wherever it's trying to take you? You have control, the ability to impact your own life and make decisions. This is your chance to use it. Go for it. The bottom line is the world's going to need you. Your family's going to need you. The people in your life are going to need you. They're going to need you to think. They're going to need you to have your head screwed on. And more than anything, we're all going to need to lead with our hearts, right? We're all in this together. So think about it. How can I serve? How can I serve my family? How can I serve the people who need what I have to give? How can I serve those who I can solve their problems? If you start thinking that way, if you start looking for opportunity instead of all the trash that's on TV, if you start believing in yourself instead of relying on someone else to take care of you, I promise you, you will come out of this better than when we went in. And it won't go back to the way the old days were, like I said. It'll be better for you. You'll be on the top side of that. Right now, the herd is being thinned out. This is your opportunity to rise to the top. My name's Derek. I want to help you get there. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe it, because that gets it pushed out to more people on YouTube. I'm going to keep making these because I'm here to serve and lead, and I want to see you be successful. So have a great day, and let's live a big life.